hey everybody, welcome back, and Happy New Year's everybody. Yeah, I hope you all had a fun Christmas and New Year's. I sure did. Had a chance to, just kind of kick back and enjoy the holidays. I worked a little bit on my new YouTube channel, Gly Coolness. I'm making a little bit of progress on it. Not as fast as I wanted to, because over the last couple of weeks, the weather throughout Southern California, Western Arizona, and Southern Nevada has been just terrible. Cloudy, overcast, rain, but I'm making progress on it. So guys, if you don't know about my new channel, Gly Coolness, head on over there. I'll put a link down in the description below. Make sure you're subscribed, sign up for notifications so that when I do start airing episodes on that channel, you guys will be the first to know. All right, well, where are we? Well, we're deep in the Mojave Desert out here, and this is a gold and silver mine. Now, there's a lot of federal regulatory around here. I don't think I'm going to get into a mine today. We'll be real lucky if we do. More than likely, everything's going to be bat barred, but this is going to be a really neat location. There's a lot of topside things around here that are super cool. I want to get the drone up in the air and show them to you. Right now, I'm at up the portal to this rather large mine off here to the left. This was the main portal, and it went in and intersected with a shaft higher up on the hill, and then further to the north there's the mill site. So we're going to explore this a little bit, poke the camera up in the adit here, see if it's bat barred or not. And then if we still have some time, there's some other things further on to the north that I want to show you guys. Okay, yeah, I'm excited. It's 2023. Another full year of adventure awaits. All right, guys, let's get started. All right, guys, let's get things started off with the rail here coming out of the portal, or the adit. This is what I saw on Google Earth, and that's when I said, oh, that looks interesting, you know, because when you can look on Google Earth and actually see the rail coming out of the portal, yeah, that means it might be a good site. So they were bringing the ore carts out onto this platform right here. Let's get a closer look at this stuff. Now, from what I can tell, this mine was back up in operation again, probably in the 70s or 80s. Some people were out here doing some recreational prospecting. That's why I can see some modern equipment laying around, like that pump right there. This is the part of an old swamp cooler. Over here is a basin for holding water, right there. Over here, I wonder what this thing was. I can see a pulley, some kind of a belt on it. Let's look at it from this angle. Can't quite tell from that angle. Could that have been a crusher? What could that have been? Looks to me like some sort of a centrifugal classifier. Yeah, homemade centrifugal classifier. Here we have a trommel mounted on an old vehicle chassis. The material would have been fed in that hole right there. It would then be sorted out and probably ran out a sluice right through this area right here that would have extended out towards the wash. Let's look up in there. Yeah, see, they had it's kind of an interesting way of making a trommel, but they had a small grizzly to keep the material half-inch minus. Over here is another, it's a wash basin. Looks like an old, part of an old washing machine maybe that was repurposed. Okay, let's look over here. Oh, look at it from that angle. There is all kinds of things lying around here. lots of big debris fields, and that's what I want to explore today. So we're going to do that both on the ground and up in the air with the drones. There's a place where they had a barrel mounted. That's a stand. I'm looking up in the draw there, and there's 55-gallon drums all over the place. Let's see what we have over here. They brought their slide-in camper out here, set it on the ground, and we're using that as a good place to probably get out of the wind. Let's get a closer look at it. Yeah, good place for pack rats and mice. That's what we have here. Let's look down there. Anything interesting? I'm not seeing much of anything. No. Okay. All right, well, let's head over to the portal and see if they barred this thing off or not. You're looking good today, old Bob. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's cross our fingers, see what happens. Oh, off to my left here, there was a place to mount a winch right there, possibly to help tug an ore cart out of the mine. It was kind of a funny thing when I rolled up here. The second I opened the door to the Jeep, a big chunk of rock right here at the portal fell down. Just went kaplooch. I heard it hit, and it hit them buckets right there. Because this area's gotten so much rain over the last week, the roads are all pretty soft. The washes are all wet. Okay, let's see what we have in here. And unfortunately, yep, yeah, they barred it. Darn it. This would have been a good one. So the recreational miners, they had a door on it at one time with a hasp. And boy, excuse me. Don't mean to burp in the microphone. Look at how beefy they built that. Look at that. Yeah, it would take some doing to hack through that. And like I've said in the past, if you see one of these, don't do that. Please don't do that. It's against federal law. You get in big trouble. Just don't do it. Okay, well, I'm going to try to maybe, there, we take a look up in there for you. It looks like it goes up and then turns the corner to the right. Yeah. Too bad. This would have been a good one. It really would have. I would imagine. I mean, if they're going to build a mill site as big as they did, the workings in this mine are probably pretty large. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much it for this area. I'm going to hop back into Old Bob and head on over to the mill site. We're going to get a closer look at that. Okay, I'll see you over there. Now look at this, guys. Here's something you don't see every day. Check this out. We've got ourselves a homemade crucible and smelter right here. So I'll explain to you how this thing works. So what they did is they took a 55-gallon barrel, they lined it with fire brick right there. See that? Okay, now the crucible would sit right here, right? Okay, rather large one for this one. Okay, off here, they would blow in the air. They had some kind of a blower rigged up, and that's where it went right there. And then after the material was melted, they have it on a hand crank pulley system right here. So what you do is you'd crank the handle, and the barrel would pull up and tip over to pour it out right there. See that? I wonder if it's still, it's probably, yeah, it's just too heavy. I can't. But that's how it worked. So you could tip it and pour it. And most likely, the thing used to be over here on this concrete pad. and it's since been moved. Now, as I point the camera off this direction, take a look at what we've got over here. This is interesting. There's an old powder shack, dynamite storage right over here. Let's get a closer look at that. Now this mine was up in operation in the 40s and 50s, so we're going to be seeing more modern kind of things today. Look, we've got steps going up into it here, poured concrete, and here's where all the dynamite was stored. Now, I mean, look at the size of this space. The size of the powder storage should give you some kind of an idea as how big the mine is going to be. Yeah, you can put quite a few cases in here. Look at that. Yeah, let's go in and get a closer look. We'll turn the lights on. Anything interesting in there? No. Anything of interest has been taken long ago. I like the construction of this. All brick. Pretty cool. Let's go back out the doorway here. Okay, and off to my right, see there was a road that came up to the powder shack here. And this old road went off that direction over towards the mill. Now, while I'm still walking around, here's something super cool. Again, you don't see every day. These are all the various things I saw on Google Earth, and that's why I wanted to come all the way out here and show this to you. Look at this. I'm only guessing as to what it possibly could be. Well, let's get a close look at it. Okay, I've already got it figured out. We'll see if you guys can figure it out. I'm gonna look at it from this angle. Let's go down over here. This is how ingenious. Miners are so ingenuitive, aren't they? We'll get a look from this angle. Yeah, we're into the sun here. Let's get a better angle for you guys. Like that. I'll come around this way one more time. Here we go. Okay, have you figured it out yet? All right, well, I'm going to tell you. So over there, you see how the corrugated sheeting is placed in such a manner where it can catch the wind? And over here, you see how they have it on wheels? So if the thing was upright, see those wheels would allow it to go round and round. You can see the track right there where the wheels have been running. So at one time, this stood up on this on these crossbars. It sat upright. It would catch the wind and then be used to turn something via that pulley right there. So there was probably a long, like a big, think of it like a big, long, much larger fan belt. So they were using the wind to turn something, maybe for that trommel back over there or a pump, something like that. But that's what that is, because there's no power out here. So here they use the wind to generate something or another. Electricity, power a pump, whatever the case may be. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm headed back to Bob. We're going to get closer to that mill. All right, guys, let me show you where we started here. So right down there is the adit or portal that we just walked into. Then the road kind of turns off this direction and goes around the hill. Right over there is where we saw our homemade forge. Right down there. And then off to the right here next to the road is where we saw our, let's call it the windmill, for the lack of a better name. I'm sure the miners had a name for it, which was sitting right there. The road then carries on over here around the side of the hill and eventually ends up over here by the mill site. Now, this waste rock pile right here, I can't quite figure out where that was coming from, whether it was some sort of a vertical shaft. I'm still trying to find it. Let's get a better look at the mill from this side. See the stairs right there. Fortunately, somebody hit it with graffiti. Yeah, we're in California. Go figure, right? Okay, let's look up here. Maybe we can see where some of that material was coming from. Is there a shaft over here? Let's get a better look at it. Quite possibly. Here, let's slow down a second. And we'll stop right here. Now that looks real interesting. We're going to have to go up there and get a closer look at that. Doesn't that? It almost looks like an incline shaft, doesn't it? But it does look collapsed. Yeah, we'll get a closer look at it. All right, let's see what else we have around here. Now, off to, you know what I want to do? Let's get some altitude and turn the drone around and look in behind the hill. Maybe there's an adit hiding back there somewhere. Let's take a quick look over here. There's our mill. Anything hiding behind the hill? Not seeing anything right there. If there was, it'd be at a lower elevation. Yeah, see, now you can see where that camper is and where the other portal. See how it would have went in at that lower level, then went underneath the hill off this direction, and then what it would have done is met up probably with either that vertical or that incline shaft that's up here by the mill site. That's what's going on. Okay. We'll get a look at it from this direction here. All of the rod mills, the ball mills, everything's been taken. It's all gone now. Now there is something out this direction here. See that out on the hillside out there? I see a waste rock pile way out there. Let's put this thing in super speedy mode. Look at how much time this saves us. Isn't this great? Look at this. Super speedy mode. We'll head on over here and see if what we got. There we go. Let's stop right there. Okay. Don't want to get too carried away. The other nice thing about this drone is it has a zoom feature, so see, I can go like that and we can get a closer look and tell that that one is collapsed. Saved us a trip now, didn't it? It sure did. Okay, let's back up a little bit and get some altitude and head on over here. I thought I saw something, another one right there. Let's take a look at this one. Not going to be very big. It's just a prospect. Small waste rock pile with a lonely tree next to the portal. Yeah. Alright, let's kind of come at it from this direction. Don't want to get too close to them old branches there. Okay, let's take a look. Chances are, yeah, that one goes in. Can't really see past the shadow. It's not going to go in very far, though. Not with a waste rock pile that's that small. So, no sense in hiking all the way over there for something itty-bitty like that, right? Alright, let's turn the camera drone around here. Point our way back to the mill site. We'll speed back up here. Just a beautiful area today. Perfect bluebird day. After 2 weeks of no sun, drizzle, rain, you name it, over the holiday, it's nice to get out here on a blue sky day. Down here in the bottom, check this out. Right here, there's a boiler. Look at that. There's an old boiler. Very cool. I've got a tool where we can get a closer look at that. A new tool, I should say. So let's land this drone. We'll grab our new tool and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay guys, I'll be right back. So you're probably all wondering, all right Gly, what's the new tool? What have you got for us now? Well, you know me, I always have to have, I wouldn't say the latest and greatest, but I like to have all the proper equipment to be able to give you guys the best possible production. And thanks to all of you over the last few weeks with the Galena specimen sales on eBay, as well as all of you who have put a few bucks into the channel's tip jar, I was able to acquire this in record time, and I'm so happy. I mean, I wasn't planning on having this until as we get closer to April when I head back to Nevada, but wow, a lot of you guys, you stepped up to the plate, you helped the channel out, and here we go. We've got it. So let's go over it real quick. I'm going to show you what the new toy that the channel has, okay? So here it is, guys. Here it is. All right, let me open the case. You should be able to see it from that angle. This is the brand new DJI Avata drone. Yeah, it's a Cinewoop drone, FPV. And what I like about it is that it's only about, maybe between 7 and 8 inches by 7 and 8 inches roughly. And it's really durable. It's got prop guards, so you can bang it into things. You can flip it upside down. It's got turtle mode, so if you crash it and it's sitting like this, you hit a button and the thing will flip back up like that and then take off and hover at 1 meter off of turtle mode. It's just a really good construction, and that's what I was going after, because when you're using a drone to fly into small spaces like cabins and rooms and old mills and things like that, you want a smaller drone that can take a beating if indeed you do bounce it into something or brush it into a tree limb or whatnot. So yeah, that's the drone. Of course, a bunch of batteries. This is the controller. Now you can fly the drone 2 different ways. You can put it up in the air with what's called the motion controller, which is right here. For what I'm going to be doing, the motion controller really doesn't work. It's pretty cool though. I mean, when you're flying this thing, all you got, it's basically, you're just holding a joystick and you can fly it up, down, left, and right with just a turn of the wrist. It's a lot of fun when you're using it for play. But I don't use the drone for playing. I use it for the channel. And that's why I decided to go with the handheld controller. The movements are much more precise. That's why I went this direction. So I'll tell you what, let's get this up in the air. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. There's going to be better spots in the future to be able to use this tool on. But let's start with this one here and give you an idea of what this drone is all about. Okay, guys, let's get it up. Okay, so here we are. We're back at that little boiler. Now, what I'm about to do here is something I would never do with the super duper expensive DJI Mavic 3 Cine, is get this close to an object, because you just don't want to crash that drone. It's just too expensive. But look at that. Looks like they had a boiler explosion. Isn't that cool? Let's back up just a little bit here. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, the wind is kind of buffering me just a little bit. I see how I can get right in on things with this little guy. And I'm not afraid to do it either. Look at that. There, see that? It saved us from having to walk up the hill. Pretty cool, huh? Let's back up a little bit, gain some altitude, and we'll look at some other things around here. Now, I'm not going to be doing any acrobatics or cinewhooping or anything like that. Don't want to make you guys all seasick. But the whole purpose of this new tool is to be able to get in close in on objects that I don't want to have to hike to. Get away from that tree, that bush. Okay, let's get a closer look at things over here. What do you say we go right up the stairs? Oh, that darn wind, I'm telling you. It's just blowing me around. Yeah. Just go right up the stairs and head over here. And then let's go get a closer look at what might be a shaft. Now, once we get up on top of this hill, the wind's going to kind of blow me around just a little bit. Now, where was that shaft? Yeah, it was over here. Now, some of you might be asking, so can you use it to fly in behind the bat bars and go and explore a mine? Well, no, because if you had signal loss and you weren't able to fly your drone back, there would be no way of being able to recover it because you got the bat bars in the way. So you wouldn't want to use it for something like that. That'd be a good way to lose your drone. All right, let's get a closer look at this without flying into the wire. What do we have here? Yeah, all right, let's get closer. There's a chain and a cable. What else do we have down in here? Kind of scoot over here just a little bit. Got a danger sign and indeed bat bars. Yeah, they got it sealed up. Well, that saved us a trip now, didn't it? Now you see that board off to the left there? I believe I just barely tickled it. And because it has these prop guards on it, I don't have to worry about damaging the props, which is pretty darn sweet. There's some other things around here. Let's take a look at... Now, another nice thing about this drone, I'm going to switch over here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, this is viewfinder mode. Notice the crosshairs off in the distance. Old Bob is out there. And the letter H, that means home. So no matter which way that I turn the drone, left or right, see that? The H button is always home, so if I fly out a long distance, I know how to get back to the landing spot. All right, what else do we have around here? Just some more junk there. Anything else interesting to look at? There was some stuff down in this wash. Let's not hit that tree there. All right. Just some barrels, a lot of tin, corrugated sheeting. Wonder what that thing used to be. Well, I don't think there's very much more around here we can look at. I think we're pretty much done with this location. Fortunately, I'm not going to be able to get into this mine. But what a fun little tool, you know, and I'm just starting to master it myself, you know, trying to learn how it works. I mean, I'm a pretty good drone flyer for the most part. What does that say? Time is short, 2022, cold world. Interesting, okay. As always, I don't spend too much time on the graffiti, but I'll show it to you. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to go back over here, land on Bob, and I'm going to keep running around in this area, see if I can find some other neat things to show you. Yeah, all right, I'll be back. All right, let's start things off by going inside, and then we'll explore the debris fields scattered about the area. Got a little porch here we step up on, and come into the room here. Let's not fall through the floor. Oh wow, this is really cool. I got an old 50s or 60s stove and oven over there. Off to my left here, at one time that was someone's comfortable chair. Next to a 55-gallon drum, and there's where they slept. That was their bed right there. There's 2 spring mattresses there. That tells you there was more than one person living out here. All right. What we got off this direction? Modern wiring hanging about. Here's our old stove. That's cool. That's neat. I like it. Look at that. What did that used to... Look at this, the old record... Whoa! Yeah, what did I tell you about falling through the floor? Whoa! Whoa. What do we got here? An old record player. Look at that. Yeah. Anything hiding in that drawer? Gold nuggets. That's the stove. It is the Magic Chef. And someone had stuck on there, close lid over burners when not in use. The old Magic Chef. Okay, anything off this direction? Well, we got some scribblings on the wall up here. Right there. These men who put so much hard labor to receive so little in return, they must have both loved and hated the desert. Many are buried here along with their hopes and dreams, but to those who did finally move on, I wonder what happened to them. S. Sam, 2003. He came back here in 2015. All right, looking off this direction. What else do we have? Someone's card. More scribblings. More scribblings. What's this one? Saguaro Sam. In the spirit of old mines and long gone miners, just passing through. I like it. That's nice. Very nice. Okay, guys, not much more to see in here, so let's head outside and poke around and see what's scattered about, shall we? Okay. Big concrete foundation. Wonder what they were using that for. That's interesting. Well, is the mine located nearby? Might be. Let's look over here. Do we have a shaft or something? Ow! Oh! Oh, that's smarts. Oh, man. Ouch. That is not the place you want to have a yucca cactus poke you. Not if you're a guy anyways. Oh, that's smarts. Gotta watch out for them yucca cactuses. They'll reach out and get you. All right, what's over here? Yeah, there was a shaft here. So they were working right here on site. There it is. It was an incline shaft too. Yep. Boy, those feds, they just love to bat bar everything, don't they? Especially in California. Oh, this would have been a great one. Let's get a closer look here. See if that's something I can skinny into. Ooh, quite a debris field down in there. Let me poke the camera. Let's see, we don't want that light, we want that one. Can I poke the camera and show you guys? Let's see. Maybe. That's what we got. Pretty crumbly down in there. Yeah, you definitely wouldn't do it without a rope. The whole back is giving way. Yeah. But yeah, if I was maybe 19 years old again, I could skinny through that. Okay, what do we have? Well, that's kind of neat to know that the mine was right here on site. They found a vein coming to the surface and dropped right into it. Well, let's look under here. Anything hiding under the shack? What's under there? Oh, not really seeing much of anything. Sometimes you get lucky in finding a cool old bottle or something. Okay, headed off this direction. Here's an old charcoal grill. Over here we've got hot water heater. Yep. Another outbuilding of some kind right here. Now, they were doing a little diggy out that direction. We'll go over there in a moment, but let's look over here first. Well, that's interesting. You see this thing right here? It looks like a brush. Wonder what they were using that for. It's got all these tines are made out of metal. I've never seen anything quite like that before. Huh. What in the world? It looks like one of those things they put on the rafters of commercial buildings to keep the pigeons from sitting and roosting. I wonder what they were. That is odd. I've never seen anything like that at a mine site before. All right, down here, 2 more big drums. And now we've got some more stuff off this direction. So let me, oh, they had, look down here, guys. They had TV. Yeah, right there. Okay, let's speed things up. We'll head over here. Here we go. Oh yeah, yeah, look at this. Look at this beautiful mineralization right here. It's no wonder they were in this area. It's almost looking better than the last area we were in. Look at that. Yeah, they got after it here. Yep. Going after the gold, mom and pop. Out in the desert trying to make it rich. Kind of like me and my family, you know. It was a lot of fun back then having that. What do we have here? Oh, we're going to step out on that. Oh, just a shallow prospect is all it is down in there. Yep. It stops right down in there. Okay. Looking off that direction, there's something else out there. I wonder what that is. Well, let's go look at it. We're here. We'll speed things up and head over there. And here we are. Okay, what do we have around here? Well, there's some cyclone fencing. We've got something they were working, a prospect right here. Yeah, look at here, that's old school there. That is old school mine closure, back in the days when they would use cabling. See that? There used to be another incline shaft. Over here, what do we got? What was this? An ore bin, another shaft. What could it be? Oh, it's just another cabin site. Yeah, it sure is, with walls made out of, oh shoot, now I'm right in the sun. We can't look at it from that direction. Let's go from here. With walls made out of railroad ties. Let's get a better look at it here. Here's the bed and the springs. The whole wall collapsed, fell over on that one side over there. Interesting. Okay. I don't see anything more going off that direction. It looks like the principal vein that they were working was over here. Let me turn around. And look off that direction towards the cabin. Yeah, I haven't seen an old school cable closure like that in many, many years. Many years, 20 plus years. Okay guys, I'm gonna work back to the old cabin. I'll see you over there. Well, all right guys, that's gonna have to do it for today's adventure. Yeah, there's nothing nothing left in this valley to explore. No, not really. There's a bunch of prospects throughout the area, and yeah, but unfortunately there's no more larger mines. I found this one on Google Earth back in this last summer, and it's been on the itinerary. I kind of guessed we weren't going to be able to get into it, but as I said, there's lots of neat things in the area I wanted to point the camera at. Look at what I found here. You know, this is an old beer can. It's Ham's beer. You guys remember Ham's? Yeah, Ham's beer, and it's a pop top. So this is all from the 70s here. Ham's. My dad used to drink that. My dad used to drink red, white, and blue too. Just so you guys know, if it wasn't for red, white, and blue beer, I wouldn't be here today. Yeah, old dad got a little tipsy on one of his leaf burning evenings, got a little frisky with mom, and boop, here's Gly Coolness. Yeah, I thought I'd share that with you guys. Fun story. Red, white, and blue beer. Guys, thank you so much for coming along on another fun adventure. I always enjoy bringing you along on these places. There's just so much in the Western United States to look at and explore, and that's what I plan on doing all through the rest of this year. I hope to bring you to some pretty cool spots, especially when we eventually get back to Nevada this coming summer. Guys, thank you so much, and I'll see y'all again next weekend. Okay, take care everybody. Bye-bye.